So that take the headset. Do like that.
Quite fun.
Yes. Go on to.
Next year after the video. So it's for the video back, right? So we don't really need to do it.
Well, yeah. I'm going to put it on there anyway. Then.
I think the first session will be short. Like 3 minutes. We need a bell or an air horn. Oh, we can
Right.
see it now. Let's go. Sorted. Yes, of course, care has to be part of who I am. I'm engaged. But if you look at which session we're in,
The video not playing though, yeah? The sound of the video is not playing.
Oh, excuse me. I asked
Oh, it's this one. He said, well, I can hear the mics,
yes.
but I can't hear the video.
I've seen this video. I wanted to play for disability. Yes, but then I thought because I don't know everything, that I was not meeting for them because they are the country or whatever, but this is in South first. Yes, I know.
It's a video that I have to play. Put it over here.
But I see it was good fun. It was really chill, I appreciate it.
Where's that?
I can hear the
When
mics.
you've done that, we need to turn the mics off. And you yes, when we were at yes, I would do that part and then go to our meeting. Nobody else why. And it's not us because of the there's like a cloud.
too, and session 1 will have to go without it.
Channel 1.
So, do I weigh anything myself?
No.
Okay.
Then you'll hear yourself.
This arrangement is supposed to be simple. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I was playing on here, sorry. Just to waste the laptop.
Are we coming right?
I think that was the inspiring discussion that we just had with this presentation.
So we're going to move on to the next question. What is your first thought about the care position? It's a very open question.
The main one is CPS people. Heart and soul. Love. Wow. Amazing emotional support. Very positive words. Important. Vital. Embrace. Great. Much needed. All mine. Wow. Amazing words. Would anyone like to come up with a metaphor to speak in your mind about what actual care means to them in the workplace? Responses. Who would like to give a couple of thoughts about what care means to you in the care profession?
Okay, I'll say something.
I was going to it was going to be a long session.
For me personally, it's just about connecting with the heart of an individual, and especially with us working in South Africa, Michelle, and we're a very multi-diverse nation. It's about just caring for the other individual and taking into aspect their culture, their nationality, and just the individualism, communities, care. And also then extending it to, again, from us as peers to family, to the ones that actually do matter to all of us at the end of the day, that, you know, we are taking effort into shall at the end of the day, and going home to them safely. And it's just, so that's all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fanyana Masego. So I think for me, it's the baseline on how organization work, right? It's about people. It's about Shell saying we care about people. I mean, from an ethics and compliance space, you think about all the compliance violations that we've seen across industries. It's people who sort of give up and say, well, I don't care about this company, I can do as it is. So I think these sort of firms are to say, look, we can. So if issues, we free to engage, we free to speak up. And that's for me about that.
I think care is about support. So supporting the people we work with, being supported at Shell. And I think we actually feel that a lot. For example, it's January and we have body goals. So there's this support that we have at the boot camp. So I just joined. So I need a lot of support in that space, and I feel very supported in that space. So that's what I have to say.
All right, we have something for what is yourself?
Taking care of the Lord.
Okay.
Sometimes the mind playing us quite so the message that you need to network to see that my boss is not the best in the world. We are
care for me is actually bringing
So by having something that helps us protect our mind and help like from success is very important. I use the system personally when I was having a take and once I got the help that I needed, I felt better emotionally, better physically, and wake up in the morning and have this space to work. So it's really So, I think we can summarize care means a lot to each and every one of us. Different things to different people. We're all aligned that this is something which is really important. Like you said, it's vital. It's about us as people. So let's move on to the next question. So please indicate the extent to which you agree or disagree with the following statements.
All right, so let's the next question, which is around question
24 results. So the ambition is completely achievable. 4.1, strongly agree. 4.2. So there's still some people who are a little bit cautious as to whether we can actually do this together or not. And that's fine. I can make a really positive contribution. 4.8 strongly agree. We're actually taking ownership right now and saying that I can make an impact and a positive contribution here. I think this action is going nowhere quickly. Strongly disagree. So again, there's still some people who are feeling this doesn't look like it's
You want to elaborate on that?
Anyone want to comment on this? Any thoughts? Anybody want to say why they think that this ambition is not going anywhere quickly? Oh, they strongly disagree, sorry. Next question. To achieve this ambition, what are the first steps we need to take? So this is talking about actions. What do we need to do? Be the change. Self-care. Care for ourselves first. Show respect and our creativity. Again, be the change. Think about our actions. Business alignment. See and hear our colleagues. Self-assessment. Collaboration. Get rid of bad apples. Change green. So some great actionable steps here that we're taking. We're going to take all this feedback back. So this is really exploring what we could do here today. We're going to actually turn these into actions in the workplace. See some smiles. What are you laughing at behind?
military style.
No military style leadership. Powerful. So I think that if we look summarize, it's about us, how we collaborate together, but a little bit of leadership as well. Next question. As I consider ability and drive to achieve this ambition, I have high confidence in, when we look at ourselves, your team, the country. Quite even scores there, but I definitely see the myself bit as a front runner. And it's easier to have confidence in yourself sometimes because you know that the actions you're going to take and you're going to follow through with them. But actually we do need to rely on our team members as well, and they care for each other. So maybe that's an area we need to focus on, the country as a whole and the team. Next question. In your opinion, what is the biggest obstacle, barrier or threat we'll need to overcome before we can achieve this ambition? Arrogance, denial, fear, trust, and ego. Interesting. We have people. For the first question, what is going to do this people? Silo thinking, silos can again respect people. So I'd like to hear from you guys. A couple of comments on the microphone as well. Why don't
I just want to share maybe so I just joined share.
Hello? Hello, hello?
Can you hear me now? Okay. So just to share an example, I mean, I just joined Shell, right, 1st October. I've been in ethics and compliance for many years. A team came, sabotage.
Hello? So it works like here. Maybe you stand here. Wrong booth.
So I just wanted to share a story quickly. So I did investigation where a team came to me and said, we've been with this company for over 5 years. We've never been promoted. The company doesn't care. We did an investigation and we found out that none of these team members ever applied for the positions that we have. But I think it goes back to individual. You can't say we have a role to play as individuals, right? You can't just say the company cares, therefore Fanyana come here. You know, we have the responsibility. So I just wanted to share the story as well to say individually we have a role to play when it comes to care and also making a positive contribution.
Thank you for sharing.
So, guys, I think let's be honest about the culture that we create. There's a risk that people don't feel empowered about what we do to make the rules. We're baking.
Hi guys. Okay. So I was just saying that, I mean, sometimes we must just be honest about the culture that we've created, and sometimes people might not be applying for jobs because we've created a culture that people are afraid, you know. People think that other people, are picked for positions before they go for interviews. These are real issues, and I feel like whenever people are strong enough to point out and say this is what they're dealing with, let's not put them under investigations, but let's hear them out and say, what are you going through? Because sometimes it's not really about the fact that, it is like that. Because nobody's going to go appoint someone without...
Okay, I'm going to keep trying with this mic. we're taking all of these back. So next, creating a purpose-driven volunteer army. The next question will seek to understand how keen you are to become a member. Do you actually have the time and energy for this? So how excited are you to be actively involved as a care task team member? And at this point, everything is anonymous. Except for me looking over your shoulder. Okay, so we have nearly everybody answered. We have quite a lot of yes, I'm in, still not sure, and a couple of people not there. Next question. So those that did answer yes to the previous question, if you please enter your name and surname here. So this is just so we can take the report to invite you. This is to invite you, because like I said before, today Blue Sky Thinking, we're taking all of your comments. We actually want to create a task force to make this ambition happen. So what we'll be doing is reaching out to you guys to be part of that. Thanks. Next question.
Just want to give it 1 second.
Just 1 second for a few people.
All done.
Okay, so I think just for time, yes, the last question. How are you feeling at the end of this breakaway session? Awesome. Hopeful. Still? Hopeful still. That's the person who was asleep. At least they're awake to answer the question, which is good. A couple of people still curious, that's good. And I hope that the curious people that are going to be part of the task force keen to contribute, optimistic, super, really great. Need more ideas. So. Okay? Any final comments from anybody?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, one question, sorry. So the question is, what is the first thing you are going to do to make this vision a reality? Very personal. Attend the meeting. Great. Care, speak up. I will be the change. Start with my team. Self-care, change my mindset, show my heart. Be more open, actively include. Be myself more, that's really important. Actually put your hand up sometimes and say, you need help. Hold leaders accountable. This is the team. Actively include. Check my own actions. Strongly partner with you. Great. Okay, so that's the end of today's session. A reminder to leave the blue devices on the seat, but please do take your headsets. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for contributing. And we'll be reaching out to those who put their name down soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad you enjoyed it.
So we take our headsets.
Sounds not coming through. Oh, the other stickers. Did the sound of the video play over the TV? Shall we try?
The other sessions are running over time, so just wait a couple of minutes.
Okay. Oh, the video play, yeah. Coming out of it. So if we can turn the volume up.
sure that we have everything in place, like from technical or from an infrastructure perspective, we can work comfortably.
Shell helped me from day one. Things in life have come to me. I treat this differently. And I see things differently. Hi, I'm Sujay Kumar. I'm a trade consultant here. Let me take you to my work. Well, I'm a person with visual disability. I'm from Manchester. I'm a challenge for great opportunity I work
I was getting followed every day from the health or to make sure that we have everything in place, like from technical or from infrastructure perspective, we can get comfortably.
Shell helped me from day one I came here. I elevator switch on, braille enabled, coffee vending machine is also braille enabled. The work which I'm doing in the laptop, which they have provided the screen reader. Even my teammates, my leaders, they are my rock stars. They're very caring and their things in life have come to me differently. I feel things differently and I see things differently. Hi, I'm Sujay Kumar. I'm a trade compliance analyst here at Shell. Let me take you to my work. Well, I'm a person who's visually challenged. I'm from Mysore. I settled in Bangalore for past 8 years. I'm here Shell for 8 months. And it's one of the great opportunity I worked in my career because of the way of caring and the way of work I'm doing there.
Before Sujay joined Shell, I was getting follow-up every day from either Shell Health or IT or HR to make sure that we have everything in place, right from technical or from an infrastructure perspective, he can work here comfortably.
Shell helped me from day one where I joined here. Elevator switch on, braille enabled, coffee vending machine is also braille enabled. The work which I'm doing in the laptop, which they have provided the screen reader. Even my teammates, my leaders, they are my rock stars. They're very caring and they're very supportive.
In Shell, we are helping everyone to get a better atmosphere here. Personally, I'm working with Sujay. If we want any other help in work or any personal thing, I'm always there to help him.
So the one thing that I've learned from Sujay is that it's all in our mind. Physical disability actually doesn't impact you if you are mentally strong.
Shell has made a difference in my life.
Shell Health has been the flag bearer of careful people movement across the world. We endeavor to improve the performance of people by making them more healthy and high performing.
You connect with them, and care is what builds the bridge between people.
For me, in the last 10 years that I've been at Shell,
for an example, if someone is doing one unsafe act, it is the right time or you can demonstrate care by intervening. You just have to say, may I say something?
So if we all demonstrate care for each other, only then can we create the healthy and strong working relationship that we need in the workforce. And from there we can do amazing things.
each one of us need to understand what care is and bring it alive at every moment that we spend in the organization.
We work together and we care for each other. We care and share.
hi everybody. If you'd like to put the headsets on, channel number 1. Channel 1. Volume buttons on the top. So we'll go with the video. Hi everybody, come take a seat. Hello, hello. Channel 1. Channel 1. Okay. Everybody with the headsets on. Channel 1, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Let's get going. So first, just a few logistics. As with the other sessions, when you leave, please take the headphones with you for hygiene reasons, but leave the blue device on the chair. Okay. So if you haven't already, channel 1. Hold it close. Okay. And then with Menti, so if you go to www.menti.com and enter the code 683592. Just give you a couple of seconds to do that. Okay, while we do that, I'll just pass over to Monwa just to do a little introduction.
Thanks everyone for joining us. Can you hear me? Like I'm hearing myself. Thanks again for coming here today. We're not gonna waste much time. We really do want to hear why care is important to you. This is really a journey that we should start together and really create that caring culture and environment at Shell. So we have series of questions. If you can please just respond, and then we'll have some engagements thereafter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Monwa. So we'll start with a video. Yes, please. We're starting with a video. So we had some technical difficulties where we couldn't actually get the video to play through the headphones. So for the 3-minute video, we're going to play it through these speakers. So please remove your headsets for now. And this is a video from our colleagues in Bangalore about how they're showing care.
And I see things differently. Hi, I'm Sujay Kumar. I'm a trade compliance analyst here at Shell. Let me take you to my world. Well, I'm a person with visually challenged. I'm from Mysore. I settled in Bangalore for past 8 years. I'm here Shell for 8 months. And this is one of the great opportunity I ever seen in my career because of the way of caring and the way of work I am doing here.
Before Sujay joined Shell, I was getting follow-up every day from either Shell Health or IT or HR to make sure that we have everything in place, right from technical or from an infrastructure perspective. He can work here comfortably.
Shell helped me from day one where I joined here. Elevators which are braille enabled, coffee vending machine is also braille enabled. The work which I'm doing in the laptop, which they have provided the screen reader. Even my teammates, my leaders, they are my rock stars. They are very caring and they are very supportive.
In Shell, we are helping each other, everyone, to get a better atmosphere here. Personally, I'm working with Sujay. If you want any other help in work or any personal things, I'm always there to help you.
So the one thing that I've learned from Sujay is that it's all in our mind. Physical disability actually doesn't impact you if you are mentally strong.
Shell has made a difference in my life.
Shell Health has been the flag bearer of care-to-people movement across the world. We endeavor to improve the performance of people by making them more healthy and high-performing through an intentional demonstration of care by all the things which we do within our work and outside our work also.
Care for me is extremely personal. The moment you start caring for somebody, you connect with them, and care is what builds the bridge between people.
For me, in the last 10 years that I've been at Shell, one of the biggest strengths of this organization has been its ability to move away from lip service and to actually do what it says it believes in doing.
We have a lot of opportunity wherein we can demonstrate care in workplace. For an example, if someone is doing one unsafe act, it is a right time, or it is, you can demonstrate care by intervening. You just have to say, may I say something?
So if we all demonstrate care for each other, only then can we create the healthy and strong working relationship that we need in the workforce. And from there we can do amazing things.
Each one of us need to understand what care is and bring it alive at every moment that we spend in the organization.
We work together and we care for each other. We care at Shell.
Thank you. So if you could put your headsets back on. Thank you. Thumbs up, you can hear me okay? Great. So what an inspiring video. So we're going to, people have already started answering, you're ahead of me. So the question was, which emoji best describes how you feel at the start of this breakaway on care? Let's have a look at the answers. Happy, 11. Huh? Someone's shocked. A couple of people are angry. Interesting. A lot of people are curious, scratching their head, and we have 5 cool kids in with us today. Hey. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So what are your first thoughts about the care ambition? It's a very open-ended question. Thank goodness. It is real, great ambition, the right thing to do, absolutely needed, voices being heard, very necessary, sweet, support, awesome, excited. So it's great seeing these come up on the screen here. We'd like to make this a bit more interactive as well. And would anyone like to come speak from the microphone what care actually means to you? Or maybe some examples of how you've seen this in Shell. Thank you. And introduce yourself as well.
My name is Lungile. Okay, I've seen care at Shell. I realized that the guy, even on the video, we wouldn't notice care. He wouldn't notice care if he was feeling excluded. So it begins with diversity and inclusion, accepting one another, regardless of who somebody is. That's where it starts. And once you grow from there, then it's extended, broader. So that is care for me.
Great, thank you. We have some more here.
Hi, my name is Busiso. I think I was streaming earlier on and I saw Precious's testimony. So it really touches home. I think most of us sometimes, can you hear me? Yeah, I think most of us sometimes you find that there is fear in all of us. And sometimes you don't really want to open up. You want to be maybe away from the office and only be seen at your best. And little do you know that sometimes really opening up and reaching out, you may really get a great empathy from the company itself. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Yeah.
Hello. Okay, my name is Tamba. I think if you listen to the people in Shell that have been long for years, and they join us, and you tell them you've been in Shell for about maybe 10 years or 20 years, they get surprised. What kept you for so long within one company? And I can tell you it's exactly the same care that that's why we are here, because of the way Shell has been caring for us for these years. Not only us, even our families, Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have another comment here.
I think my experience is not mainly internally, but what we're doing as an organization within the community in terms of demonstrating shared value and all that. And one example that comes across, it's the one in Wheatbank, where we have issues with the community daily strikes and all that, the blockades that we have, where people are looking for opportunities to, like jobs and all that, and they express it through the strikes and send memorandums to Shell and all that. So in the past year, we became part of the solution with the other organization, forming a forum, to deal with the community's concerns. And this year, we literally started applying that in that when our contractors came back from the holidays, we had to, deconstruct the scaffold and all that. And one of our contractors, the first thing that they did was to recruit from outside, like from the community, the part-time workers for 3 to 4 weeks. And you could see the reaction from even the forums and all that to say, at least there's one company that's listening, there's one company that's understanding and showing empathy to the struggles of our peoples around. And I mean, it's a good thing that you find that the organization is now listening to the community and going into that shared, value thing. Yeah.
Thank you very much. One more.
So Temba, I'm one of those new people that wonder about people that have been here for 20 years. And I think the fact that we're sitting around here and being allowed to express ourselves and how we feel about nation building and caring and where the company is really going shows care. And the penny is sort of dropping as I sit here.
Great, thank you. To summarize, I think care is ourselves, it's a team, but also extends to our community and the outside as well, and our customers. So let's move on to the next question. So please indicate the extent to which you agree or disagree with the following statements. And there's 3 statements there. Wow. So we've had 9 responses, 12, so about half of the room, over a quarter of the room. Okay, so the ambition is completely achievable. 4.6, strongly agree, 4.5. So a lot of people have faith, but there's still some people who are not quite sure actually if we can make that ambition. The next one's a little bit more looking at ourselves. So I can make a really positive contribution. So not what we're doing as an organization, you personally. 4.2, strongly agree. Very similar to the other question as well, where we still have some people who are not too sure. And then 1.9, people strongly disagree that this ambition is going nowhere quickly. Great, next question. To achieve this ambition, what are the first steps we need to take? So we're turning into actions now. Commitment, self-reflect. Just do it. It's Nike on Nike. Listen and act. Open ourselves to care. Be authentic. Listen to what people need. It begins with me. So again, that's self-reflection, self-awareness. Find out what people consider as care. Important. What care means to me to what care means to my colleague can be completely different. Consistency, good value proposition for employees. So our EVP starts with me, engage more and listen. Great. So if we move on to the next question, and we'll be taking all of this feedback. So as I consider ability to drive and achieve this ambition, I have high confidence in, and then we have myself, my team, and the country. So if you give those a rating. Pretty similar to the last group, actually. So myself just coming out there on top, and I think this is because when we decide we're going to do something and put actions in place, we believe that we can actually achieve it. We have less self-doubt. Pardon? Yes, but the country is quite low, so there's a lack of confidence that we can do it there as a country. Next question. this is a real important one. In your opinion, what is the biggest obstacle, barrier, or threat that we'll need to overcome before we can actually achieve this ambition? Fear. And we had a comment earlier on about the fear as well, and that was fear about opening up. Judgment, stigma, trust, honesty, alignment. They're the biggest. So we see fear coming out a lot as the biggest. Trust and honesty. Would anyone like to comment on that? So why do we see them as the biggest obstacle? And what can we do to overcome them? So comments.
So care, my name is SVA or SW in English. Care for me is the same as the image. So it takes years to create. Take one line manager that's inconsistent to break it down within a day or a week. So I think the biggest challenge, Shell is a great company, absolutely. People working, I'm working here for a long time. We all know Shell as a whole is a fantastic company to work for. The problem is people here and there, or line managers here and there, and which break down the trust. So I think the biggest challenge HR will have is to ensure that line managers across the line apply consistently the trust in care.
Thank you for that comment. Any other comments?
My name is Claude Vanna. I think the issue is previously it was when you share something personal, the line managers used to use that as a tool. For example, come the ranking time, when is the ranking time, then they don't see you a best performer, because that is what is used. You ended up having that stigma and the support as well.
Thank you. Any comments on what we can do to overcome that?
I think we can start by building an environment where anyone can say openly their problem. I'm proud to witness Precious' story, because if she didn't trust the environment she was in, she was not going to be open. And I believe we've got new joiners and we've got people who are not yet in the trust space. They don't trust anyone around them. So I think you can work together as a Shell community to build that environment together. Probably by engaging in some things like SWAN resilience meetings and so forth. If we engage in those things, I think they help build up the mindset, they help build up and change the mentality and how people see things. You can see things differently. So I think that can contribute a lot.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So creating a purpose-driven volunteer army. The next question will seek to understand how keen you are to become a member of the task team that actually brings this to life. So we've done a lot of talking today, and we're going to actually bring this to life with some actions and a task team. As you answer the questions, please carefully consider the following. Will this play to your strengths? And 2, do you actually have the time and energy for this? So question. So this is all anonymous at this stage. How excited are you to be actively involved as a care task member? Just give it a couple of moments for the numbers to come in. So you can see quite a lot of people are straight in. A few people still unsure, maybe want to know a little bit more about what that would actually involve. And a few people don't have the energy in this space. So next question. So those that did answer yes to the previous question, please enter your name and surname here. Reason being is we want to reach out to use the people to actually help bring this to life. So all we'll be using this for is to reach out and hear your thoughts and see how you can actually be involved in making this come to life. Thank you. Leave it there a couple of seconds while people with the long names can enter. Okay, that was about right. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch. So, how are you feeling at the end of this breakaway session? Back to the emojis. Oh no, it's not the emojis, sorry, word cloud. Cared for, energized, excited, inspired, hopeful. Fine. Not too sure still. Yeah. Ah, so we actually have a few emojis as well. One's crying with laughter. I hope that's not at me, but hey. People still a little bit curious, not sure, enthusiastic, skeptical. Do we have one more question? Hopeful, the big one. So a lot of people are answering hopeful, which is good. So to make this a reality, and again looking at ourselves, what is the first thing that you are going to do to make this ambition a reality as of today? Listen, become a care ambassador, be considerate, practice empathy, show I care every day, self-awareness, reflect from the past, be genuine, committed, role model as a leader, extremely important, be more sensitive and mindful of other people, reach out, that's a great one. A lot of time people don't need the no when you actually need that next level of care, so we need to reach out and be comfortable when people actually reach out to us. Hashtag proactive. Would anyone like to again come on the mic and just comment a little bit more about what you're going to do when you leave here today about this ambition?
I think on my side, I was nominated for the Cape Town TMs. That's why I make sure that we keep sharing, supporting each other.
Thank you, brilliant.
My name is Marilyn. Can you hear me? Okay. I think for me, it's just about being genuine, and as a leader, we have a big role to play in how we communicate, engage, and just really show support in our day-to-day.
Great, thank you.
Well, care to me means that you're a change agent, and that means you need to be proactive, you need to pay more attention to the people that work with you, as well as be less dismissive. That shows care.
Great, thank you.
I think for me, starting today, it would be challenging my fellow TMs, you know, to say we don't spend an hour and a half in the office without spending an hour or so in the kiosk. I think we tend to forget that we've got forecourt staff that is on the forecourt that would also like to feel that caring piece, that we also care about them and we also chat to them on a day-to-day basis with what we do.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. For me personally is that to stress the point that care is not about fluffiness or trying to spoil someone, but tough love. Anything that you do is to develop someone and not to make people be reliant and all that. to drive at independence and resilience.
Thank you. And I think we have time for one more.
Hi, my name is Tabile. I think one of the barriers of us not demonstrating care is because most of the time we actually don't know what we are supposed to do. So I think maybe what we can do is try and be more inquisitive, understand how you can offer support and how that person actually feels. I think that just kind of builds a bridge between yourself and that person, and you are authentic if you understand and you are responding in a manner that the person also feels that you are supportive.
Great. Thank you for all the great comments there. So we'll wrap it up there for now. We'll be in touch, especially with those who were kind enough to put their name down to join our task force. Just to remind everybody to take the headsets with you and leave the blue device. Thank you very much for joining today. You just have to stand there like this. Just keep going. And once one person does, they've got the same questions in each session. It's like,
Oh, what do you mean?
do they have the same questions in each session?
Yeah, I think they're the same format, but it's about that ambition.
Yeah, that worked well. I'm going to turn the volume up here a little bit more.
Things in life have come to me differently. I feel things differently, and I see things differently.
No. Leave it. It's only because you're sat there, it's loud. It's only because you're sat here. Yeah.
This is the last, okay?
Yeah. We'll play it once everyone's quieted down. Hi everyone. And you'll also hear the volume better. Hi everyone, it's channel 1. Channel 1? You put the headsets on and channel 1. So I'll do a brief, then Monwa, then video. Same as last time. I haven't introduced myself on each one. I don't think people even care. Do people care? Not me though. Turn the volume up. Testing. Hello. Hi. Can I have a thumbs up if you can hear me? Great. So welcome. Just a little bit about the logistics before we go. So everyone's probably well versed now, and me and Monwa are slick. Third go, so you get the best of us. Hopefully you're all already logged onto the Wi-Fi, so you don't have to use your data because we'll be using Menti again. So if you can open up your internet browser and log into Menti, so www.menti.com with the code 779340. Thank you. I'll hand over to Monwa.
Thank you and welcome again. Yeah, purpose of this session basically is to really bring this to life. We have a video to share with you from within Shell in India. We have a few series of questions as well. We are also hoping to have some more engagements as we proceed. So the time is very limited. Let's proceed. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Mama. So for the video, we couldn't get the technology to actually work. So we're going to play the sound from the video through the actual computers. So for the 3-minute video, if you could actually remove your headsets, and let's roll.
Things in life have come to me differently. I feel things differently and I see things differently. Hi, I'm Sujay Kumar. I'm a trade compliance analyst here at Shell. Let me take you to my world. Well, I'm a person with visually challenged. I'm from Mysore. I settled in Bangalore for past 8 years. I'm here at Shell for 8 months. And it is one of the great opportunity I ever seen in my career because of the way of caring and the way of work I am doing here.
Before Sujay joined Shell, I was getting follow-up every day from either Shell Health or IT or HR to make sure that we have everything in place, right from technical or from an infrastructure perspective, he can work here comfortably.
Shell helped me from day one where I joined here. Elevators which are braille-enabled, coffee vending machine is also braille-enabled. The work which I'm doing in the laptop, which they have provided a screen reader. Even my teammates, my leaders, they are my rock stars. They are very caring and they are very supportive.
In Shell, we are helping everyone to get a better atmosphere here. Personally, I'm working with Sujay. If we want any other help in work or any personal thing, I'm always there to help you.
So the one thing that I've learned from Sujay is that it's all in our mind. Physical disability actually doesn't impact you if you are mentally strong.
Shell has made a difference in my life.
Shell Health has been the flag bearer of people-to-people movement across the world. We endeavor to improve the performance of people by making them more healthy and high-performing through an intentional demonstration of care by all the things which we do within our work and outside our work also.
Care for me is extremely personal. The moment you start caring for somebody, you connect with them, and care is what builds a bridge between people.
For me, in the last 10 years that I've been at Shell, one of the biggest strengths of this organization has been its ability to move away from lip service and to actually do what it says it believes in doing.
We have a lot of opportunity where we can demonstrate care in workplace. For an example, if someone is doing one unsafe act, it is the right time or it is you can demonstrate care by intervening. You just have to say, may I say something?
So if we all demonstrate care to each other, only then can we create the healthy and strong working relationship that we need in the workforce. And from there we can do amazing things.
Each one of us need to understand what care is and bring it to life at every moment that we spend in the organization.
We work together and we care for each other. We care at Shell.
Great. If you could put the headsets back on. Thank you. And maybe I forgot to do in the other sessions. Quick introduction. So my name is Afra Barnes and I'm a HR consultant working for Monwa. Okay, so the first question as we dive straight into Menti and the session to hear your thoughts, which emoji best describes how you feel at the start of this breakaway on care? 10 people are happy. 1 person is completely confused. Huh? 1 is LOL, laughing. So it's nice to see we have people laughing, but hopefully not at me. And then we have 16 people who are curious, wanting to actually learn a bit more. And we have 4 cool people in here. Okay, great. Move on to the next question. So what is your first thought about the care ambition? It's a very open question here, and it will give us a word cloud. Too broad, much needed, aspirational, opportunity, hypocritical, love, encouraging. Humanity is coming out quite strong. Do we really care? I want to be part of it. Just wait for a couple more questions. Different, inclusiveness, real care. Great. So it'd be good actually to hear from you. On the microphone, actually, I'm going to be seeking some comments. What does this actually mean to you? And if you could introduce yourself as well for us on the mic.
My name is Veli Nkobo. For me, care is really firstly about caring for ourselves in order for us to be able to care about others. Just like love, it's important to love yourself first before you can actually truly love another human being. So for me, it's caring about oneself and then caring about the others.
Great, thank you. Somebody else?
Hi, Ntato Minyuku. For me, care is about seeing the other person and being able to relate to the needs of somebody else. It is a behavior. It's not an idea. It's not an ideal. It's about the willingness to move out of yourself, have empathy, and be able to connect with another human being.
Great, thank you. Some more comments? Maybe this side?
Hi, it's Ganesh. For me, care is about enabling us to make a difference, because that's a reason. And listening to Precious's story this morning, it really touched me. And it makes me proud to work for a company that does care and does make a difference.
Great, thank you. And it was great hearing from Precious earlier. Yep.
Yeah, I think, a true demonstration of care is really trying to put yourself in the other person's, position, really to try and understand that person much better. I think that's what we need to drive. This is not a transaction, but it's really understanding the individual. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Any more thoughts in the room? Okay. We'll move on to the next question. We'll have another opportunity to share your thoughts later on. So this one is, please indicate the extent to which you agree or disagree with the following statements. So how many people have we got responded? 17, so still quite a few to go. The numbers are climbing quite quickly. So let's have a look. The ambition is completely achievable. 4.2. Strongly agree. So we still have some people in the room who are not quite sure actually if we can do this. Moving on next to the next question, it seems 4.1, I can make a really positive contribution. Okay? And then the last one, I think this ambition is going nowhere quickly. 1.7, strongly agree. Okay, so we still have some people in the room who are not feeling like we can actually get there. Let's move on to the next question. To achieve this ambition, what are the first steps that we actually need to take? So moving from the sort of blue sky thinking into actual actions, what do we need to do? To actually start caring. Be authentic, self-reflection, authentic leadership, get involved, see what the actual issue is, diagnose the situation, act now, 3 exclamation marks. Walk the talk, completely agree. Engage, it starts with the individual. Wellness sessions, truly demonstrate the care. Quite a few coming through about being authentic. Self-reflection again, learn, be humane. So quite a lot there about the self and that self-introversion, thinking about ourselves, being authentic, understanding people and actually listening. It starts with me. Okay, so should we move on to the next question? As you actually consider the ability to drive and achieve this ambition, I have high confidence in, and then if you'd like to give a rating to myself, my team, and the country. Wow. I think the numbers are actually the same for all 3 sessions. So very, very aligned. People have high belief that you have an ability yourself to achieve this. When you're setting the actions, you believe that you can achieve this yourself. Little bit of a less in your team, so we don't think as a team we can do it. And as a country, definitely not. Okay, great insights there. Let's move on to the next question. So here again, I want to hear from some voices in the room. But first of all, in your opinion, what is the biggest obstacle, barrier or threat that we'll need to overcome before we can actually achieve this ambition? So what's stopping us? Fear. The fear is real. Self-entitlement, egos, lies, selfishness, slow decision-making. See, fear is the biggest there, so that means quite a few people have answered with fear. Lack of trust, lack of drive, unconscious bias, confidence, being actors, personal agendas. Some real deep stuff here, eh? Yeah. It's real, though. So as we continue hearing some of those, let's hear some voices in the room. So why are these the biggest fears, and what can we actually do to overcome them? It's going to be a long session.
Okay. For me, I think it takes courage to actually display or show that you care because of the boundaries. The person you might want to show care for might not be willing to share or be receptive. So I think that's where the issue is for me.
Thank you for that.
Hi, I'm Busi. For me, I think it also goes to cultural differences, where if I show that I care, you might perceive it in a different way. So, yeah.
Great, and that's important to understand what care actually means for different people, yeah? Mm.
So I think it's important if we want to actually kick this off properly, is to understand we need to be consistent. We work for a corporate, and there are certain rules and certain policies that we need to, but we need to make sure that it's applied consistently across the board. That then starts to give us credibility and build our employees' trust.
Absolutely, thank you. Maybe from this side of the room?
Hi everyone, Ratanang. I think for me it's the appreciation that Shell, we are very different people, putting on to Busi's point. It's not just about culture, it's about age, it's about background and all of that, and we need to know or have an appreciation that we are different people and we perceive things differently, we receive them differently. And once we have that as at least as a foundation, then we are a little bit more inclined to listen and hear differently.
Great, thank you. There's one comment here as well.
I think she has already covered what I wanted to say. The fact that we are diverse, we need to appreciate that. We need to consider that individuals might have sort of different definitions of care. The challenge maybe to us as an organization is, can we cater for everyone?
Absolutely. So there's a lot there on understanding the difference of people, how we actually perceive and receive care is different due to culture, age, gender, everything. So thanks for those comments. Let's move on to the next question. So creating a purpose-driven volunteer army. The next question will seek to understand how keen you are to become a member of the task team that brings this ambition to life. So we've done a lot of talking today, self-reflecting, but we actually want to build a dedicated task team to bring this to life. And as you answer these questions, please carefully consider the following. 1, will this play to your strengths? And 2, do you have the time and energy for this? How excited are you to become actively involved as a care task team member? All confidential at this point. Huh? Yeah. Should have said that after everyone had answered. Okay, so quite a few people don't have the energy for this space in this group. We have 50-50, well, not a 50-50 split, but the same amount of people who are not sure yet, maybe want to learn a little bit more about what that will entail. And then 18 people, yes, I'm 110% in. Okay. So for those who did answer yes to the previous question, please enter your name and surname here. And this is just so that we can reach out to you. Because when we actually start building the task team, we want to hear the voice of the people. Great, thank you. Give it a couple of minutes, couple of seconds there. See how many names we actually get. There were 18 people that said yes, 110%. Let's see if we walk the talk. Okay. So how are you feeling at the end of this breakaway session? It's going to be a word cloud. Curious, energized, enthusiastic. That's good. Say this is the 3rd session. So we've still got the energy. Unsure, passionate, still cool. Wink, tired. Time for a coffee maybe, hey? Need more information, yeah. Completely agree, and that's what the task force aims to actually bring. So today was to really hear thoughts, people's feelings, emotion, and gather that, and then we actually really need to come together as a task team to how we're going to implement and achieve this. Okay. Is that the last question? Okay, so next question. So what is the first thing that you are going to do to make this ambition a reality? So you personally, today, or maybe tomorrow, today's been a long day. Tomorrow, what is the first thing that you're going to do? Show care, get involved. Start caring more. Be authentic, walk the talk. Show compassion, self-investment. Give a hug. Work on myself. Take time to understand others. Great. What does care mean to them? What does care mean to my team, my customers, my stakeholders? Act now and be authentic. So we have quite a few on authenticity. Engage with the team. Become a health ambassador. Think of others. Slow down. Taking that time out of the day to ask somebody if they're okay. How was your weekend? What are you doing this evening? How are the kids? How's the family? Engage my team on what measurable care means for them. Great. Be empathetic. Interrogate it. I'm not sure how I interpret that one, but think of others. Be supportive. Appreciating. And care more. Great. Thank you. So that's the actual end of the session. Thank you for all your thoughts and reflections. And we'll be reaching out to those people that kindly put their name down to help us actually turn this into reality. So thank you. Please, could you leave, because this is the final session, if you could leave the headset and the device on the chair. Thank you, everyone.